And it's the financial capital of the world. Go to London, financial capital of Europe. They are also unhappy. Have you found out that in Nigeria, the place with the highest stress is Lagos, financial capital of Nigeria? Go to Umuahia, peace. Go to Ondo, peace. Go to Jos, peace. Lagos, stress. How come stress is aligned with financial capitals? Pastor Joe said money brings stress. I'm telling you. Go to my town. I went to see my cousin many years ago. He was looking chubbier, bigger. He's a Muslim. He has married like 7th wife. My first cousin. And if you see the way he was living in Djibouti, like a king. I got there. He doesn't have money. He was saying, "You're giving me money." He was also doing sawmill. I said, this man seems to be happier than me. Me, I'm stressed. And I'm in Lagos. And the man will just wake up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. They'll go and do their wood. By 4 o'clock, they've closed. They've gone to home. They'll eat fish. They'll eat good vegetable. And they will sit down there at night, breathe themselves. No television, no generator, no wahala. And you see them living longer than you people. They don't go to hospital. They don't have antidepressant drugs. They don't do blood check. Their blood is okay. What I've just told you, go and check it. Go and Google it. You'll find out the financial capitals of the world is where the highest number of stress is all over the world. So all of you listen to me, please relocate from Lagos if you want to live longer. Put your hands together for Jesus. If you want to live longer, leave Lagos. You find a place to go and stay. I don't mean that I'm just angry. No, I'm not going to leave Lagos. Lagos where there's money. Stay in Lagos and stay and receive the stress with money. Praise God. Because you have Okada stress, Kekenapep stress, Danfo stress, area boy stress, policeman stress, SARS stress, every stress, all kinds of stress. Center, left, right, everywhere. When you're not looking for one, they will give you one. By the time you spend 4 hours or 5 hours to drive from Aja to a place, won't you be stressed? And under that stress, 3 people try to rob you in the same bus. You'll be saying, what is wrong? I'm only going through stress. You want to rob me again? The Lord will help us. Money is connected with stress. I will show you in a short while. If you read 1 Timothy, read 1 Timothy for me. Give me 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 8 to 10. Because I'll give you the signs of healthy minds. Money is connected to stress. Look at it. Having food and raiment. Let us bear with me. What? Shout it. Shout content. Look at the next verse. Verse 9. Verse 9. Because you will find something in verse 9 and 10 that connects money. They that will be rich. Money. At all cost. Fall into what? Financial capitals. And what? A snare. Now look at the next statement. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts. I've not finished. Which drown men in destruction and perdition. Now verse 10 now tells me what I want to show you now. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some, like some Charles and others, have coveted after they have erred from the faith. You will leave faith. And look at the judge. Pierced. Yes, I'm going to. Themselves through with many. Sorrow is a state of mind. Sadness, unhappy. Sorrow is stress. They pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Many. They can never be happy. Because opposite of sorrow is happiness. So you can see he connected love of money with your sorrows. He connected love of money to our sorrows. You know what it means to take a knife and you are piercing yourself. It's not somebody piercing you. You are the one piercing yourself. Piercing yourself with many sorrows because of the love of money. Sorrow, you'll be sorrowful, unhappy. Sorrow is a state of mind. You are Christian, but you are doing not the mind check. Your soul is what? Sorrowful, sad, depressed, despair. Because you are thinking, I don't have it, I have not gotten it, I need it, I want it, I need it, I have it. What is it? What is wrong with you? Can't you just be happy? Sorrow. Sorrow. They pierce themselves through with sorrow. But thou, oh man of God, what should you do? Flee, run like a madman. And then what? Follow after righteousness, godliness. This is what we should follow after. Flee these things. Flee them. 7 signs of what? Unhealthy minds. Let's now go to healthy minds. How do I do my mind check? So I want to do mind check today with Pastor George. Let me give you an example of 3 people in the Bible. There are 3 people in the Bible that I found out that had unhealthy minds, and we didn't even know them. One was deeply spiritual, the madman of Gadarene. In Luke chapter 8, verse 26 to 39. I want somebody to project verse 35 for me in particular. 35. Luke chapter 8. That one is a different. That one's a man that has bipolar disorder, a madman, acute insanity. It says here, then they went out to see what was done and came to Jesus and found the man, look at it, out of whom the devils were departed, sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and what? In his what? In his what? Right mind. And they were afraid. To be in your right mind. This is a madman we've seen. Now he sat in his right mind. That means some people are, when he was mad, he was out of his mind. Now that one is a different case. This one is a man that is controlled and possessed by demons. That's the first level of people that are insane. Now there are those that are not possessed by devil, but oppressed by devils. That one is Saul. If you read Saul, the king of Israel, that one is the king of Israel. 1 Samuel 18, verses 10 to 12. The Bible says when the Spirit of the Lord left him, the spirit of the devil came to oppress him. That one is people that are depressed and with social insecurity that is witnessed by witch hunting as a result of feeling threatened by another person. Saul was witch hunting who? David. And there are people in church that do that as well. It's sad because Saul was the king, David was not. So how can a person on the top be witch hunting the person at the bottom? Because you're feeling insecure. You feel insecure. Your boss can be witch hunting you because the man is feeling threatened. Feeling threatened. That man's mind is not sound. It's an unhealthy mind. Because do your job, he does his own job. And that's very important. Saul was not in his right mind at all. At one point, even David said, oh God, I am a dog. In 1 Samuel chapter, 24, verse 10 to 15, David said, I'm a dog. Why are you chasing after a dog? You are in charge of all of Israel. And Saul was out of his mind. You had a throne, you had everything, yet you are still chasing one man. And there are many people that do that in churches and everywhere, in offices, at workplace. They are chasing after you, and you're wondering what's going on. The person is insecure. I call it feeling of insecurity because the women praised David for his exploits. That was where it all started from. Remember when we were praising David, and that acts out when people cannot stand you, others being praised ahead of them. Even in church, once you start praising Joel, some people just feel insecure. Start praising Pastor Tubasun, they feel insecure. Why are you feeling insecure? The woman said, oh, this man has killed 10,000. Fantastic job he's done for us. The king should say, well, that's true. We celebrate the man's gift. It doesn't threaten my position as a king. But Saul, because of the state of his... And that happens every time in boardrooms, in churches, in meetings. People are feeling insecure. They want to pull him down, pull him down, pull him down. What's going on here? My former church, I was doing what God had called me to do. And some people felt so insecure. My bosses, they went to report me to the most superior boss. And the most superior boss was feeling threatened. I can't take over from you, sir. I'm only one small angle there doing what God has called me to do. You feel insecure. Why must you feel insecure? It's a state of your mind is pure. To the pure, all things are pure. And many of us have that. I call it inferiority complex. And others call it superiority complex. Saul felt threatened by someone who was not interested in the crown. Saul felt mentally drained because of his plans for his family. The third one, which is similar to what most of us go through. You know, there are three unsound minds I'm bringing out from scriptures. The first, a madman of Gadarene when he was in his right mind. The second, Saul, the king of Israel. The third, the prodigal son. The prodigal son in Luke 15. I like that, Luke 15 verses 11 through to 24. The Bible says that when the prodigal son came to his mind, I like that passage so much. Let's go to Luke 11. Sometimes the request we make, and what brought him to his mind was that he found out that he was give me a second, he was going to be eating with swines. From verse 11, Luke 15, please, 15 verse 17. When he came to his senses, he said, wait a minute, what am I doing here? Even hired servants in my father's house have enough food to eat, and here I am longing to eat with swines. Your desires reveal the state of your mind. What you long for, write it down. What you long for, desires what reveal the state of our minds. Luke 15 verse 17. He came to himself. Now, what this means, Gideon, is that the things he did before that time was out of his mind. When he came to his right senses. You know, there are so many things people do in life that we don't even think they know what they are doing. What you long for reveals the state of your mind. He said, how many hired servants of my fathers have bread enough to eat and spare, and I perish with hunger? Watch me. Next verse. I will rise, I will go to my father. I will say to him, Father, I've sinned. Now, this is a statement I want to make here. Listen to me, sir. There are many people that would rather die and perish with their pride than go and meet people to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. State of your mind. One of my sons many years ago came back to me. Pastor Chibos, you know him. My son is American. Ibukwa, you know. He was suffering in the church. He left me, he abused me, he cursed me. When he now found out that what he did was wrong, the pastor, he left that church. He came here and said, I want to see you, sir. He knelt down and said, sir, I am wrong. You are right. What I did was wrong. I want to come back home to my father. You're my father. I prayed for him, embraced him back. There are others like that know they are wrong, but rather than bury their pride and come like this man, will never come. They would rather die eating with who? Swines. Than go and meet their father and say, Father, what I did was wrong. Forgive me. Look at this man. This statement here is loaded with a state of his mind. Some of us would rather stay there. You know, he came to his mind and said, no. What I'm doing here does not make sense. Number one, Daddy did not send me away from the church. I didn't send me away from church. Number two, I left in anger. Number three, I found out it was wrong. Number four, I am suffering now. Number five, what should I do? Stay there and suffer or bury my pride, go and meet him and say, I have sinned. That I've sinned means I'm sorry. Oh, you missed that. I'm what? Say it again. Say it again. Because he did not send me away from the house. I left. State of your mind. There are people that are so, mind is so powerful. If when you come to your right senses, whenever you come to your right senses, you'll be willing to say, I'm sorry. Husband and wife, say I am. Whenever I'm wrong and I come to my right senses, that what I did, shouting at her, was wrong. I say, I'm sorry for shouting. Some of you are sorry for shouting at your wife, beating your wife, but you won't say it. You now go out and go and buy cologne and perfume. You put on the bed. She will now say, honey, what's all this? I'm just buying you a gift. Can we discuss what happened yesterday? No. Say sorry. You want to use gift to placate and cover it. Don't buy me gift. Use your big mouth to say, I am sorry. State of your mind. You say, no, I can't say sorry now. I'm the man. I must say sorry. It shows that your mind, you have complex. You don't have a sound mind. People that have a sound mind, healthy mind, will walk up to them and say, I'm sorry. That guy came to his right senses. When he was out of his mind, he couldn't say sorry. When he came back to his mind, he said, I will go back and meet daddy. Daddy, I'm sorry. Sometimes suffering makes us come out of our mind. Sometimes suffering will bring us back to our senses. When you're not suffering in your sin, iniquity, you probably think you can continue to enjoy it. Praise God. I said, praise God. So he came to his senses and he said, sorry. Let me give you 7 signs of a healthy mind. I did mention 2 a few Sundays ago. Number 1, a healthy mind is always cheerful and happy. Go and check it. Always. I'm telling you, let me tell you what happens. Joel, what you see on the outside here, smiling, is a function of what's happening where? On the inside. Emojis tells you different emotions. When I'm sad here, my face goes this way. When I'm depressed here, my face goes down. When I'm happy here, my face is cheerful. A happy heart. Give me Proverbs 15. Media, Proverbs 15 verse 13 to 15. Then Proverbs 17 verse 22. Proverbs 15, 13. A merry heart, beginners do, maketh a cheerful countenance. What did I say now? The cheerful countenance you are seeing is from where? When you're happy on the inside, you're smiling on the outside. That's why I don't like people that don't smile around me. They are so spiritual, they don't smile. Like my sister Ijiro, super spiritual. Oh yeah, smile, daughter. Smile, she's not smiling. Praise God. I like people that smile and laugh. So they are merry heart, doeth what maketh a cheerful countenance. But by sorrow of the heart, the spirit is broken. Broken. So you must make sure the sign of a sound mind is what? Cheerfulness. Verse 14, 15. The next verse. So it now says, the heart of him that has understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. Verse 15. All the days of the afflicted, all the days, but he that is of a merry heart has a continual feast. That feast is not a function of money, it's a function of your heart. Oh, you missed that. You can feast with 5,000 naira. You can feast. It doesn't have to be too much money. How come innocent is always happy? Continual feast. 15 verse 15. Continual feast. Continual feast. Let's go have lunch. Okay, let's go have dinner together. Tomorrow, this man has his heart is okay. But to get more of these videos, just click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified once a video is uploaded. Listen to me, folk. I'd like you to subscribe. Subscribe, and guess what? Subscribe again. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.